Hello. 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 Yeah. One, two, three, four. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yeah.
God of all blessings, source of all life, giver of all grace, we thank you for the gift of life, for the breath that sustains life, for the food on this earth that nurtures life, for the love of family and friends, without which there would be no life. We thank you for seeing us through as we thread and move on with our businesses and lives during this pandemic. We thank you for being with us when we continue facing mysterious typhoons, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and other challenges that we know we have survived because of your continuous providence. We ask you to continue blessing all of us so that we can channel these blessings to our less fortunate brothers and sisters. We offer you tonight's World Class Philippines Awards. We ask you to bless the guests and sponsors, and may you guide the people who put these things together to make this event possible. For we believe that though our hearts may have our plans, it is only through your ways that tonight's success will be determined. Whatever things you may find us having less, we know that you will fill these up with your mercy and compassion. For these and all blessings, we give you thanks, eternal, loving God, through Jesus Christ, our Lord, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, welcome to the Digital Awards presentation of the World Class Philippines 2020. To host tonight's event and make sure that we are up on our toes by exuding wits and charms, let us all welcome Miss Joanne Lim.
And allow me to welcome my co-host for tonight, Mr. JB Cabrera. What's up? Hi, thank you, Miss Joanne Lim. Adlib. I'm supposed to write it down. Anyways, finish adlib. Thank you and good evening. Now, let's move on. We're here tonight to honor our colleagues and friends in businesses and individuals who have chosen as world-class Filipinos, companies, products, brands, and service providers. It is to amplify the success and achievements of the Filipino companies, brands, and individuals who have made it to the local and international scene. For those on the path of the worldwide recognition, this will narrow down and provide the market with Filipino organizations and individuals who have displayed and offered world-class products, services, and skills to the Philippines worthy of worldwide recognition. Such an honor will be encouraged and engage with all organization and stakeholders to work and strive better to attain world-class quality and excellence in their field, products, and services. World-class Filipino Award recipients are selected because of all of you here and have an inspirational story to tell and achievers in your own fields. Each award recipient was nominated by local or international patrons, friends, associates through our nomination campaign. Then the results were compiled, sorted, and confirmed. Before contacting any nominated business or professionals, however, an extensive background search on a company was conducted as part of our selection process. The principal or officer of that company was later asked if they were willing to participate in the event. Criteria ranges from achievements or accolades received from world award bodies, company products and services that have international presence, multinational companies with outstanding Philippine representative office, Philippine-based or expat Filipinos practicing their skills, professions, and fields of expertise. Special world-class achievement awards are given to expatriates successfully working or doing business here in the Philippines. New companies and brands with products and services and Filipinos qualified enough to be recognized as world-class and have significant contributions in uplifting Philippine image to the world. The Council also has approved recognizing multinational companies with excellent Philippine branch or representative offices, its services, and executive based in the Philippines. This year's digital event also recognizes its first ever Legacy Awards and Legacy Icon Awards. Yes, Miss Joanne, the Legacy Awards and the Legacy Icon Awards is highlights those businesses and individuals who have championed an advocacy that promotes corporate or business social responsibility. We now also recognize businesses and people who have promoted impact investments that give back to the community. It also promotes long-term growth programs for those positive and great community-based programs that are focused on the welfare of our people. We'd like to thank the following for their generous support and make this We'd like to thank the following for the generous support and making this ceremony possible.
The World Class Philippines 2020 Digital Awards would like to thank the following partners and sponsors for their generous support and making this ceremony possible. Our distinguished sponsors: Pleasant Marketing Corporation, Fast Track Worldwide Incorporated, Mega Testing Center Incorporated, Spark Bond Pet Grooming and Accessories. Our sponsors: Genesis Medical Supplies and RB Ventures Corp. Soliman EC Septic Tank
Sponsors acknowledgement.
Disposal, Paradise Garden Resort Hotel and Convention Center, Manalo Canine Technologies International, Sanjin Pest Exterminator Services, Bumich Beauty Products, Mr. Show Dogs PH, Bless Homes Realty and Brokerage, Green Earth Global Resources Services Incorporated, Health Carousel Philippines Incorporated, PMP Man-Made Paradise Farm Resort, the pinkiest, the biggest, and the most unique farm resort in the Philippines, Royal Flush Beauty Hub and School of Aesthetics, Best Stop One-Stop Shop, Aquamaster Water Technology, Glambition Skin PH, Global Guts Paintball, Little Children's School of Manila Incorporated, PH Global Jet Express Incorporated, Super Moringa, Boss International, Baraka Water Refilling Station, Mr. Jason Madela, Hardin Oriental Suites, Miss K Events and more, Echo Bricks Trading, Watermax Enterprises, Four Boys Custom Kydex, Medical Depot, 725 Shelter Works Incorporated, Ask Lex PH Academy, Fiery Style Southwestern Flaming Grill, Aqua True Enterprise, Holistic Integrative Care Center, Skin 911 Facial and Slimming Center. Our partners: Award Extremes Incorporated, our official world-class Philippines 2020 flag provider. CTG Prince Enterprise, our official world-class Philippines corporate giveaway provider. Our media partners: Wish FM 1075, Light TV, God's Channel of Blessings, What's Up Pilipinas.
Pasti and High Cultured Philippines as one of our sponsors for tonight. On this juncture, please watch and listen to our honorary Vice Chairman, Miss Jennifer Serrano Reyes, as she welcomes us from Singapore.
Amount of challenges we all have to face in light of COVID-19, typhoons, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and many more calamities. Each one and every one of us have surpassed these challenges, braced together, and continue facing them head-on and headstrong. Thus, the theme of tonight's event is Strength and Resilience. In the words of Elizabeth Edwards, that says, "Resilience is accepting your new reality, even if it's less good than the one you've had before. You can fight it, you can do nothing but scream about what you've lost, or you can accept that and try to put together something that's good." Yes, we all have faced the challenges and continue to press on. And yes, We celebrate this evening as all of you are all survivors. We would like to thank our sponsors and partners who have continuously been supportive to make this digital event possible. We do hope to continue working with you all and be a channel of inspiration to stir up entrepreneurial and adventurous spirit within you in pursuit of being world-class. Yes, even in this time of pandemic, we look forward for better future ahead of us. Congratulations, be safe, and mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Thank you, Ms. Jennifer Reyes, for that heartwarming speech. We're also pleased to have with us our dear council members present here tonight. The chairman of the... Oh, I'm supposed to say this. The chairman of the WCP Council and CEO of Consumer Eye Marketing and Research and the event's overall director. He is currently based in Brunei Darussalam. He is referred to as the director as he heads numerous award brands in the Philippines. He is a finance, sales, and marketing executive, an accomplished educator in Brunei who worked in one of the premier Catholic schools in Brunei based in Bandar Seri Begawan. Currently works at a school owned by the foundation of His Majesty the Sultan of Brunei, the Sekolah Yayasan Sultan Haji Hassanal Bolkiah. A businessman with various business interests, namely travel and tours, events, entertainment, financial savings, and investment consultancy. He is also a lounge player, pianist, keyboardist, voice, and choral director. Ladies and gentlemen, our chairman of the World Class Philippines Awards Council, Director Wilfredo J. Lemke Jr. Honorary Vice Chairman is representing the Philippine Events Outreach Program as we mentioned earlier. Currently based in Singapore, she is an industrial engineer by profession, a Lean Six Sigma master, a master project manager, worked in big names in the industry such as Nestle Philippines, Maersk Shipping, AIG IT Philippines, NRCP, KFC, leading large-scale projects on process transformation and establishing shared services centers in the Philippines. Worked with large BPO companies leading projects on transition and process migration like Bell Canada, Allstate Insurance US, Best Buy US, Argentius UK. Before moving to Singapore, she leads the corporate process excellence at Alaska Milk Corporation. Currently based in Singapore, she is one of the merger and acquisition consultant at Shaw Quay and Partners, one of the oldest independent private equity fund managers in Asia. An entrepreneur herself, she runs a consultancy business focusing on process improvement, business process reengineering, Lean Six Sigma, and project management. Her voluntary works are at Red Cross, Asia Medical Ministry, and Gawad Kalinga. Ladies and gentlemen, our honorary Vice Chairman of the World Class Philippine Awards Council, Engineer Jennifer Serrano Reyes. Honorary Council Member and presenter who is based in Manila, currently the Executive Vice President of Jose Rizal University Faculty and Employees Union, a mathematician who finished his Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics, President's Lister, and Academics Excellence Awardee. He is an educator who finished his MA and currently completed his academic courses for his doctorate studies. Currently serving as an IT and related discipline professor or instructor in Jose Rizal University. He was a thesis coordinator for the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, a research coordinator for Systems Plus Foundation, Angeles City, Pampanga, has also an extensive teaching experience in JRU High School Department handling second to third year level mathematics in algebra and geometry subjects. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our honorary council member and presenter, Professor Don Eric J. Bonus. Thank you very much for our dear council members. Each year is a reason to celebrate and give recognition, and while there's another reason for us to do so presently, may we invite everyone to have a look of the highlights of the World Class Philippine Awards 2019 in Cebu City. Introduce our guest speaker who will be giving us the keynote speech for this evening.
Premium quality pero abot kaya. Yan ang dekalidad na bigas, hatid ng Best Stop. Magandang araw po. Samahan niyo ako at I will show you where and how we produce the quality rice that everyone deserves.
Ang Nueva Ecija ay may kabuoang sukat na 5,751 kilometro kwadrado. Binubuo ng 4 na syudad at 28 munisipalidad. Palay ang pangunahing produkto ng probinsya. Kaya naman hindi nakataka-taka na Nueva Ecija ang pinakamalaking producer ng bigas sa ating bansa. Sabi nga ng nakararami, iba talaga ang kalidad ng bigas sa probinsya. Mataas na kalidad sa bawat butil ng bigas. Ito daw talaga ang dahilan kung bakit tinawag na Rice Granary of the Philippines ang probinsya ng Nueva Ecija. Kaya naman pinili namin na dito i-produce ang bigas na mabibili sa lahat ng branch ng Best Stop. And today, I will give you a tour inside the rice mill to show you how we do it.
Nandito po tayo ngayon sa rice mill. Tutur ko kayo, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano po ba namin minemaintain and pinoproduce yung premium quality yet affordable local rice ng Best Stop. So tara po, sama kayo, pasok tayo sa loob.
Pagkatapos
Premium.
Ako si Doc.
So now we're speaker, right, for the keynote. Not yet. I have to introduce her. She is a chef, farmer, entrepreneur. She's the founder of the Cacao. No, because it says here, after I say thank you, now it's time to introduce our guest speaker. After that is transition music and WCP digital backdrop. Okay. So diretso na. dito kanina, yung mali. So, okay, okay. So, ito tama. Pero but the red one here, because you said the red one we're not supposed to say on page 5. The red one? Ito, yung we'd like to thank the following for their generous support in making this ceremony possible. We'll still say it? Okay, so I'll just... Okay, so this one is... I'm gonna say it... Okay. She is a farmer.
Ako si Doc.
She is a chef, farmer, and entrepreneur. She is the founder of Cacao Project, a social venture aimed at equipping farmers for sustainable success, ensuring food security, and establishing resilient livelihoods. She is an featured honorary for Forbes Asia Under 30, is a young champion of the earth under United Nations Environment Program, Paler Genti Honorary, and Outstanding
My
Farmer
biggest
of the Year
passion in life would be
2018.
to help my community.
She is a recipient of the Friend of Humanity under Award under the Friendship Ambassador Foundation New York, Social Entrepreneur Award from the University of Connecticut, and Champion for Sustainability Award from the Economic Times India. She is the host of the online cooking show under the Philippine Department of Foreign Affairs called Simply Sarap. She also won the Best Dessert in Asia Award at the Disciples des Escoffier Young Talent Trophy at the Restaurant and Bar Show in Hong Kong. She is the youngest member of Disciples des Escoffier Philippine and was finalist in the TV reality cooking show, Junior Master Chef. I thought that was enough. Luis is also the founder of the Culinary Lounge. At the 2017 Winter Youth Assembly, Luis won a lifetime fellowship from the Resolution Project for her social venture, the Cacao Project. She was recognized as the Outstanding Youth Ambassador at the 21st session of the Youth Assembly at the United Nations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Luis Emmanuel D.G. Mabulo.
My biggest passion in life would be to help my community. We need to recognize that we're all responsible for the future for each other. I was very passionate about Filipino cuisine because it's something that's very memorable to me. It's a special occasion to cook food. I was one of the Philippine prodigies in terms of the culinary world. I was training under different chefs in the leading restaurants in the country. The chef and the supplier and the farmers have a very special relationship. I understood the value chain finally of where my food came from and how it got to the table. A lot of the ingredients were not being supplied. A lot of suppliers were disappearing. And I was thinking, what's happening to the farmers and what's happening to the food supply? Farmers were impoverished. So farmers, their goal would be to not be farmers. A lot of that is because they're not equipped with knowledge. There's a lot of middlemen in the way that take away a large part of the profit. The storm came and it was terrible, but it was also an opportunity to start fresh. The entire community started helping each other. We call it in the Philippines, Bayanihan! We're always hit by typhoons and storms every single year, but that particular one was a really bad one because it affected every single person, every community. Whatever they were farming, it was all destroyed. We found that the cacao trees were the only ones that weren't tumbled over.
I've always loved chocolate, but what if we can enjoy chocolate knowing that it can benefit both people and planet?
Cacao is a really profitable crop. In fact, the supply is slowly dropping because of climate change and peace and security issues. It's much more disaster resilient. It's better suited to our climate. Some people already have it, but they don't know how to cultivate that.
So you can see here that there's a lot of rotting cacao pods, and that's simply because it doesn't get enough sunlight. Sad to see these produce go to waste, and that's what we're here to change.
When we started the Cacao Project, a lot of them were quite skeptical. It was a gradual process of opening them up. I took them to a training program and I taught them about the cacao and showed them how much they could earn from it, the process of doing it, and then eventually I was giving away the cacao seedlings, and then it started to grow and people got interested in it. It really renewed their perspective of farming. Sometimes you'll see them posting it on social media that, oh, this is the stage of growth already, these are the flowers coming out. It's an impact on the community. It's flowering into something much more than we expected. Hopefully, one day the farmers will no longer need the Cacao Project because they'll be so well off and they'll be so self-sustaining with what they're doing. I would really look forward to that day. Dare to feed the future, dare to purchase sustainable produce, and dare to make your own sustainable produce.
Hello and mabuhay! I'm Louise Mabulo. I'm a chef, farmer, entrepreneur, and the founder of my social venture, the Cacao Project. I'm a Forbes Under 30 honoree and a UN Young Champion of the Earth, and it is a distinct honor to be an awardee this year for the World Class Filipino Awards. It's been an absolutely grueling year in light of the coronavirus pandemic, where collectively the entire world ground to a halt in numerous major lockdowns and economic pauses. It's in times like these that it takes a significant amount of grit, responsibility, and a sense of adaptation to not only survive, but to thrive in an environment that is met with crises after crises that currently surround our world. Historically, it's crises like these and issues like these that reveal some of the best, most innovative, and the most compelling world systems, businesses, and outstanding individuals, the ones that withstand the test of time and the pressure of a changing society, which makes being an honoree this year so distinct. And I do believe that we are all in a turning point in history, one that will determine the course of successful businesses and successful economic systems in the years to come. And the truth is, if we do not keep up with these changing systems and adapting worlds, we also run the risk of getting left behind. And that directly ties into something that I've been deeply immersed in and advocating about in these past years, which is the need to transition to more sustainable systems to boost a green recovery through nature-based solutions. With a constantly evolving world now, with more conscious consumers, with COVID-19 having woken us up to the reality that our biodiversity and ecosystems loss can cause such widespread terror, and with increasing intensity of typhoons, as we've recently seen with Typhoon Ulysses and Typhoon Goni, the world is telling us to wake up. Now is the time to take on personal responsibility and accountability for the world around us, to support ecosystems and communities that work together to boost a green recovery for the prosperity of both people and planet. Because someday, all businesses will be entirely sustainable. We no longer have a choice in terms of whether we want to be responsible businesses or not. Either we adapt to a more responsible system, or we accept a future that's extremely dim for humanity and for our countries. So now is it's an unparalleled time for investment in a future of hope and to set the ground for making real and tangible systematic change. And how do we do that? We can support our local communities, local businesses, homegrown economies and livelihoods to encourage a better Philippines and a better world for all of us in the future. And it's through platforms like these that highlight the best that we can achieve as a human race and as Filipinos, that bring forward the extent of what we can do as stewards to creation, and most especially to God. So again, thank you so much and maraming salamat po.